everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. My name is Jake, and we have a lot to go over today. There are 38 new Steelbooks coming out in the month of October, and there are only 31 days in the month. I have never seen, personally, this many Steelbooks come out in one specific month, so I thought it'd be fun to do a tier ranking, a tier list, if you will. Let me pop that up for you. Share screen. Yes, this one. Let's go and let's click on this. Look at this. Here are all of the Steelbooks coming out in the month of October. It is absolutely nuts. I'm gonna go through them sort of like chronologically. Like the first ones I'll do come out tomorrow, the 3rd, and then I'll do the 10th, the 17th, all that jazz. And I'm gonna do this one first because I messed up, and I'll show you what I did in a second. But I clicked. I have Loki, and I don't know why I got the Loki Steelbook, but I will show you now that I actually meant to do Prey, and I have Prey in my hands. Disney and 20th Century Studios were nice enough to send this my way, and I cannot wait to pop this sucker in, see what the 4K looks like. But I thought it would be, kind of apropos. I am Steelbook obsessed. I'm going to show you what the Steelbook looks like in person right now. Here's what the front looks like. Very nice. I will say that, like, the sheen, the shine, the metal shininess of this Steelbook is pretty top tier. I like the way that looks. I think I might like the back cover a little bit more than what I do the front. But if you open them all up, that's what the front and back cover look like. Here is the disc artwork. It has like the Predator, the lock-ons that he has on his gun. There is the axe. It comes with a NECA figure advertisement. So I'll take that off. And there's really just like shadows over here. Here's what that looks like with as less glare as I possibly can. I'm going to click on that. There we go. And now it's time to rank these suckers. I'm going to go a little bit quick just because we have so many Steelbooks to go through. I'm going to put it in the protector first, though. Safety first. Don't want to scratch this sucker up. I'm so happy to finally have this on physical media. I watched it on Hulu. Loved it. And I love the director, Dan Trachtenberg. He made 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I thought that movie was absolutely spectacular. I just think he's a great director. He's got a great eye. He's done a couple episodes of Black Mirror. I like what he does a lot. So I had to have that in the collection. Let's go back and start sharing the screen again here. Let's go back to this. And again, I'm going to do Loki, even though it's not Loki. It's Prey. It's the only one I messed up on. I promise. I think it's the only one that I messed up on. Here are the tiers. We have amazing. I tried to dumb it down for myself. This is how my brain works. This is kind of how my 5-star rating works when I do Letterboxd. Amazing, 5 stars. Very good, 4 stars. Good, 3 stars. Not good, 2 stars. Terrible, 1 star. It's definitely not terrible or not good. I want to say it's even better than good. Yes, it's better than good. Is it very good or is it amazing? Right now, I'm going with the very good side. If it had maybe some embossing, some debossing, if it had a little bit something extra, maybe if the disc artwork was what like a Disney art disc usually is, with like all the way around art, it might go to amazing. But as it is right now, I feel very strongly with going with The Mist. So let's see here. The next one I have, I don't know if you can see it down here, but it is a Best Buy exclusive. Again, coming out tomorrow. Another one that I am very excited to pick up, and it is The Mist. So let's click on this sucker. I will show off the Steelbook to you guys on here, and then we can make our decision from there. Okay, so let's zoom in here. The Mist, another Lionsgate Steelbook. Love every single release that they do. I love their slipcovers. This is a 4K. This comes with 4 discs, which is amazing. It comes with a 4K of the theatrical, a Blu-ray of the theatrical, a 4K of the black and white edition, which makes me so happy because I've wanted to see that edition for the longest time, and now I finally will. And in 4K, I think the black and white colors are going to pop like crazy. But yeah, and you can kind of see down here. Yeah, here's the regular, here's the black and white. It's kind of hard to make out what the discs look like. Side tangent. If you're getting paid by a studio to show off a physical media release, show off everything. Like, it's nice to see on here that the slipcover comes off, up and down, on and off, and what the artwork of the Steelbook's actually going to look like. But it doesn't show me the back. It doesn't show me the inside. And the discs you can barely see. Like, one is in color, one is not, or two are in color, two are not, but I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that it's like some type of meat or something that has to deal with the supermarket that they're stuck in. But if I have to guess, and you even laid the discs out, do better. And it's not just Best Buy. It's a lot of different places that don't properly show off a Steelbook. If people are on the fence and you don't show them everything you have to offer, what are you even doing? Yeah, there's The Mist. So let's go back to the tier list. And honestly, I like this movie a lot. Lionsgate Steelbooks, I know the quality that they have coming with them. This one, personally, for me, isn't amazing. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow, going to Best Buy in person tomorrow. Another awesome thing with Lionsgate Steelbooks, more often than not, they don't sell out right away because they print out a good chunk, and they're not crazy expensive. One thing about Prey that I will say is a little crazy, $40.99 is the price point. We didn't look at that on the first one. I'll try to get more organized for you as I go on. I will get a schedule of what I'm doing, a rundown of every single Steelbook. But as you can see with The Mist is $26.99, and it's 4K, and it comes with two different versions of the film. They're packing the sucker full. Another reason why this is an amazing release for me. Okay, let's stop sharing and let's go to some comments. I see there's 4 of them in here, so let's click on this. Hi, have I seen any Dune movies? I have. I've seen David Lynch's Dune from the 80s, and I've seen Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 1. I guess that's what it's called, even though in the Steelbook it's not called Part 1, it's just called Dune. But yeah, it's pretty good. Hey there, that Prey Steelbook is looking pretty good. It is very good. And if you like the movie, it's a no-brainer. You should pick it up, even for the $40.99 price point, which I'm a little bitter about. But what do you do? Let's see here. You need that Prey Steelbook. I'm glad that I could show it off to you in all of its glory, and you could drool a little bit on it because it's a nice-looking Steelbook. Hello, Steelbook Obsessed. How's it going, Collector Movie Man? Okay. And I'm hoping that you saw everything. I'm using a new web browser to do these lives, and I haven't tested it yet. So I'm hoping that you saw the Best Buy website that I had up, as well as the tier list. If I did, can you just give me like a thumbs up in the comments? It would make me feel a little better. If not, I totally get it. But I am going on to the next one. Let's share the screen once again and go over here. Hey! Let's go to our next release, which is going to be Scream 3. I'll look it up at the Best Buy website because it's at Best Buy, but it's also at a lot of different places. And I think this sucker looks pretty sharp right off the bat. There's been a big divide in the Steelbook collecting community, as one side of the fence is like, oh, I like the red. And the other side of the fence is like, why is this red? Why isn't this black like 1 and 2 were? I don't understand why some people would be that upset about it. Wow, Best Buy only has 1 picture of the Steelbook. I've seen more pictures. I do like how Ghostface is in the pupil of the eyeball on this, but I like how bold and striking this Steelbook is. And actually, let me go to a new tab actually and look up Scream 3 Steelbooks, because people have gotten their hands on this already and have pictures, like better pictures. Or, we can just use this. I've seen pictures and the shine on the red Steelbook. There's not a lot of red Steelbooks out there. I think it looks great, especially the back. The back of this sucker I think it looks really good, especially on the shiny red. I think this does the Steelbook injustice. I mean, it gets what the Steelbook looks like, but it doesn't get the actual shine of the metal that this incorporates into the release as well. And I really, really like that. The movie as a whole, probably the weakest of the franchise, but you know what? That's not what we're rating here. It goes into somewhat of an effect. I will still watch any Scream movie. This will be the one that I rewatch the least. But I still like the Steelbook quite a bit. I like it so much that I think I am putting Scream 3 into the very good column as well. Let me know if I'm crazy in the comments, but that's how I'm going. Speaking of crazy, the opposite of that are these 4 turd birds down here. Let's look them up. Let's do The Lion King. Do I have to type Lion King Steelbook? There we go. It's these Disney 100 fridge magnets again. Look how boring that is. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, this Simba picture is one of the better ones that they've done for this line. I still don't like it. It is still bare bones. Honestly, this one might be one of the better ones. They also had oops, not that one. They also had Boop, Moana, Steelbook right here. What is this? No, thank you. What happened here? Okay. Let's type that again. Moana, Steelbook. There. Don't do me dirty again. Here we go. Moana. I do not like the image they used for Moana here. They made her look older than what she is in the movie. I don't know. And just a shell on the back? That's boring. That's very boring. You could at least put Hey Hey back there or something. We had Aladdin. So let's look that one up. Aladdin right here. They got the genie. Genie doesn't look that bad either. I will say that. The lamp, nice touch. And I like the inside is just so beautiful. And the disc artwork is so pretty. I don't know why they decided to release all of them with the most boring artwork ever. And what was the other one? The Little Mermaid. Yes, the Little frickin' Mermaid. Let's go look into this. The Little Mermaid Steelbook. They're all $30, which I'm not a fan of at all. This is probably the most ratchet design of all 4 of them. They did Ariel dirty. That's what Ariel looks like. Not that derpiness. Not a fan of that at all. At least we have a character on the back, which is always nice. Got some flounder. Again, the inside, the discs, I like a lot. It's just everything else I don't. So here's what I'm going to do. Last time I rated them all terrible. I don't think I'm going to do that this time around. Fun fact. Ariel's going terrible. The Little Mermaid, I do not like what they did to Ariel. I don't like that at all. Moana, I will probably lean towards terrible as well. The conch shell, just very, very boring. But I will say that even though these 2 aren't terrible, I think they're just not good. I think they're lazy, and the lazy goes to not good. I think Lion King and Aladdin will be a notch above what Ariel and Moana are. Call me crazy, but that's where I'm thinking right now. Okay, wow, we got a lot of comments in here. Okay, we got a lot of people in here too. That's awesome. That's what I want from this. I want as many people in the comments as possible to throw out what their thoughts are. This week, Joshy pre-ordered Scream 3, Friday the 13th, 4K, and Halloween H2O. It's an expensive week. It is an expensive week, but it's going to be good. It's going to be worth it. Just hopefully you saved up for it because there are a lot of releases. Joseph, you do like how they make the red and white design for it. I think it makes it stand out, even though I don't know if I want to have Scream 3 be the movie that stands out of all of that franchise, but I do like how it's different. I don't hate the red at all. I'm just waiting for the Scream 1996 to restock. It is sold out, huh? I know it's restocked once because I got it when it was like $14.99 on the restock. Or no, maybe that was Scream 5. I guess the first and second one, I know the second one was out of stock for a long time and it went really quickly. I don't think it's going to be the case with Scream 3 just because a lot of people don't like that movie too much. Me and my mom are going to Best Buy tomorrow. She is getting me the Steelbook of Scream 3 as a Christmas gift. And you won't get it until Christmas. That's fine. There are a lot of movies coming out on the 10th. I like how you pick Scream 3. You're sticking to your guns. I like it. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to read this comment while I do it. No, it's a pretty fair rating. Good. You got a nice mom. Make sure she knows it. Collector movie man. Yes, absolutely. That's very good. You don't like the Disney Steelbooks. They're ugly. Agreed. FR. I'm going to get a lot of hate. I haven't properly watched any original Disney movie. I give you the credit, the courage that you actually had that come up because nobody was asking. I feel like Disney Plus is a no-brainer. I have kids, so it's a no-brainer to me. There's a ton of great Disney movies. I'm more of a Pixar guy than like a original Disney animated, but you can't go wrong with the majority of their stuff. I never even watched Nightmare Before Christmas. Might see it in theaters this October. It would be a good one. I think Nightmare Before Christmas is a little bit overrated. It's still a really good movie. I think I might have seen it too many times, and it's fine. I mean, it's not this classic that everybody's making it out to be, but it's a good movie. You just picked up the La La Land Steelbook. I love it. That was my favorite Steelbook release of last year, 2 years ago. Whenever it came out, it was my favorite Steelbook release. Every ounce of that Lionsgate Steelbook, perfection. Your favorite one of all of October is Godzilla vs. Kong, and the one you're probably going to pick up is Godzilla. I wish I liked that movie. I wish I liked the Roland Emmerich Godzilla. We'll get to it once we get to it, but I do have some thoughts. You have the Scream 96 Steelbook. I think you're going to get Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 Steelbook. I love the simplistic design and the way it uses the best scene in the movie, aka the train scene. I mirror a lot of your thoughts, but I will talk more about it when I actually show it off. And lastly, I met one of the original animators of the Little Mermaid at a convention. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Well, now that we're all caught up on the comments, let's start sharing the screen again. It's really weird how every time I share the screen, it does like a crazy zoom out effect. Okay, here we go. Next up, another Best Buy exclusive. We have Evil Dead Rise right here. And does it irk me a little bit that 2 months after this movie came out on 4K, they're coming out with a Steelbook when the UK already had a Steelbook and this one's kind of different? A little bit. Not going to lie, a little bit. I have every other Evil Dead movie on Steelbook. I want to pick this up very badly because I enjoyed the movie and I want every single Evil Dead movie on Steelbook. But I got to say, while the cover art on this one is just like it was on the UK edition, I don't get the love for these cheese graters. I really don't. The back is so boring. They could have done a lot more with that. I would be okay with one cheese. I'd let you get away with one cheese grater, Warner Brothers. Okay. But to have like one clean and one bloody, that's lazy. The disc artwork is very lazy. For shame, Warner Brothers. Put some originality, put some stills from the movie on there. I don't know. I was one of the people that enjoyed this movie. I don't know what this says. Special edition, exclusive commentary, and featurette. So they even didn't put certain special features that were on this sucker. This version of Evil Dead Rise that I already have. The slipcover version. You're telling me that that's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. I'm getting a little heated over here, okay? Number one, I like this cover art better. I like the creepy mom. I guess creepy mom holding her kids I like better than just the creepy mom with the finger. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting more and more angry just looking and talking about this release, even though I like this movie. The Steelbook is a little lazy, but I'm going in here. Rip the Band-Aid off. Not good. Not good. I like the UK Steelbook better. I'm a fan of this movie, and yet I'm talking myself out of picking it up just because of how lazy the Steelbook is. And then you're going to have the collectors that bought the release already feel like they've been burned because you're putting exclusive special features on that release. I feel like I need to take a shower, Warner Brothers. That's gross. That is gross. I don't like that at all. Yeah, yuck. Right? Am I the only one who feels this way? Or I don't know. I don't like that at all. That's really gross. You saw Godzilla in the theaters and like it more than most. Yes, he actually saw that movie too. The one with Matthew Broderick. Yes. Matthew Broderick did it too. What's my favorite Nolan movie? My favorite Tarantino movie. Okay, so my favorite Nolan, Tarantino, Fincher. Jesus. Nolan, I do believe it's a coin flip right now between Dark Knight and Oppenheimer. I might just say, just for the chutzpah, Oppenheimer, but I have liked Dark Knight forever. Tarantino, it is Django Unchained. He's my favorite director. And Fincher is probably 7. Let's see here. Just sub to you was wonderful. If I was wondering if you did collabs at all, I do collabs every now and again. Yeah. Let's see here. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that a lot. Just saw Reservoir Dogs though and loved it so much. See, for me, I loved Reservoir Dogs when I was in high school. I've seen it 3 times. Every time I've seen it, it's gone down a little bit to where, like, I think it's Tarantino's weakest film. A lot of people don't like Death Proof. I like the movie quite a bit. I don't know. I could talk about Reservoir Dogs all day. Let's not go off onto tangents, Jacob. Let's keep on talking about Steelbooks. Like Joshy, yes. That Steelbook is really lazy and ridiculous. I agree. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I might have rated it a little bit too tough, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. So let's go share the screen again. Okay, let's go with Ip Man, which Ip Man is a weird release. Let's go to the calendar. This is the calendar that I use to make sure that I know every single Steelbook release that is coming out within the month. This is on Blu-ray.com. Just type in 2023 Steelbook releases and in Google, and you'll pop up. This will be the first result. Ip Man, it looks like, is the last one I need to do for the week of 10/3. And Ip Man was hard to find anything on because, as you can see on here, it says Ip Man is a Walmart exclusive. But if you Google Ip Man, it's on Best Buy. It's on Groove for $20. That's the cheapest place I found it. So let's look up some Ip Man. And I don't even know if it shows more of the Steelbook or not. Actually, let's go over here. Let's look up Ip Man. There's the Steelbook. I don't know if it has any. I think this is the only image for Ip Man. I've never seen Ip Man. I have the trilogy Steelbook that I got from Walmart, the bargain bins that has all. No, it's Ong Bak trilogy. Never mind. I don't have any Ip Mans on Blu-ray or 4K. This is a 4K Steelbook. Oh, no, it's a Blu-ray Steelbook. Wow, I'm getting. Then why does it say 4K right there? Okay. So it's a Blu-ray Steelbook. Strike one. I have Ip Man 2 and 3 on DVD. I just haven't watched them. If you like Ip Man, let me know in the comments. I would be very curious. As is, I'm going off of just half a man's face and half a man's body and the majority of his hands. I think this release, not knowing too much about it, it's not good and it's not very good. I think we got the first good, folks. I think it's absolutely in the middle. On to the next one. And we are, well, let's see here. It said one of these came out. Yeah, there were 2 that I'm not including on this list. One of them is Boar. It says it comes out on 10/7. I couldn't find a Steelbook for this anywhere. Let's Google Boar Steelbook. Because I could not find an image for it anywhere. See, yeah, if Reddit doesn't have it up, I don't know what we're doing. Does Blu-ray Forum have it up? I have this movie on DVD. I would like to have. It's a Shudder exclusive. But yeah, I don't know what this one looks like, so I'm not including it on the list. So the next one that we have here is Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I want to say this is a Best Buy exclusive as well. So Rise of the Beast. I wonder if it only has the one picture again. Yeah, it's just only one image. That's hard to go off of for me. This one kind of makes sense. takes place in New York City, so you're going to have graffitied Optimus Prime on there. Okay. Me personally, I will stop sharing this right now because today in the mail, Paramount sent me the 4K, just the normal 4K of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I like this picture a lot better than the Steelbook. I will say that. And the slipcover actually looks chromed out. There's no texture pops or anything, but I like to see a lot of like the beasts in here too. What do they call them? Gosh, I even watched Beast Wars, but they have a certain name. I have not watched it in so long. This looks good, and of course I'm not going to buy the Steelbook because now I have the 4K. That Steelbook, I don't know. It's not really doing too much for me. Let's share the screen again. God, there's so many steps on this browser. Okay. We have Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I'm going right in the middle again with just good. It's fine. They could have really messed this one up, and I don't think they did. I think it's right down the middle. Okay, let's do this one. This one is very, it's got my thoughts on where this can go really sparked up because I feel a lot of excitement about this release, but not just for this first one, I guess. So let's look up Friday the 13th 4K Steelbook. Because there are a lot of cool things that could happen with this. Let's do Walmart. Let's finally pop up Walmart. This one you can get anywhere, just like it showed there. I like this. They've already released the 4K with this exact Steelbook right here, which I actually have, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, yeah. I have the Blu-ray version. I have not upgraded to 4K on Friday the 13th yet. I'll show this one off a little bit more. I like how Paramount's teaming up with Waxwork Records. I have been collecting vinyl for about a year and a half now. I really like it. This is the artwork that they used on their newest vinyl for the soundtrack. And I like how they're bringing that same artwork to the actual movie release. Very cool. Makes me tempted to pick up the 4K just because of this slipcover. I kind of want to see. It doesn't look like the slipcover is going to affect. Like it's not going to actually. I want this to be like tinted goldish, like it is, over this backdrop. So when you slide it up, you see like those trees that are on the poster. I want that to be the case. I don't think that is the case though, unfortunately. But yeah, that being said, I know it's a re-release, but just because my thoughts, I love Waxwork Records, but I don't want the soundtrack for every single movie that I love or even that I like. I will own a movie that I like. I only own soundtracks of movies I love. So if they come out with re-releases of Steelbooks with new exclusive slipcovers, that's going to be a dangerous game for me, folks. I'm going to want to upgrade a lot of my stuff. I like how Paramount, they've been slowly getting into the slipcovers with Event Horizon and another one I can't think of, The Running Man, I think is a Paramount one. That one is a paper slip. I'm curious if this is going to be paper or plastic. I'm hoping plastic, crossing my fingers for plastic. We'll see. But just because that's slipcover, and I am very excited for where the possibilities could end here, I'm going very good. Call me crazy. I know it's just a re-release with a slipcover. I'm very excited about this. But I will stop sharing the screen for a little bit. I'll just show off the Steelbook just in case you haven't seen it. Here's the Friday the 13th Steelbook front cover, back cover. It's simplistic enough. It's not going to hurt anybody's feelings. This Blu-ray Steelbook, though, was only like, I think it's like $12, $13. And one thing about these re-releases with the slipcover, and it's 4K, they're going to charge you. This with the slipcover in 4K, $26. So you're more than paying double for a 4K disc instead of Blu-ray and for a slipcover. That I don't know about. There's the inside. I don't know. It's a nice release and everything. Am I gonna buy it just for the slipcover? I'm tempted. I am tempted, but let's see here. Let's go back and read some of these comments. Okay. You like the first It Man? You have all 4, but haven't watched the others. You have all 4, but you've only seen the first one. I get it. I've known that they make 4, but yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you like them. Let's see here. Marcella, you love how you have the calendar. Yes, I got to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row for sure. How much was the Saw bucket? You didn't see any at your local theater the other night. When I paid for it, $24.99. The only reason why I paid for it, A, I like the Saw franchise quite a bit, and B, its freaking eyes lit up. And I am a sucker for any type of popcorn bucket or drink that lights up. I have a light up one for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, a popcorn bucket. I have a light up cup for the Flash. I just really like it. I don't know. Man, I skipped a lot of comments. Let's actually go up here. Let's see here. You know, it's not new, but you're happy to pick up the Super 8 Steelbook. It's a pretty good Steelbook. Yeah. Let's see here. What's a Steelbook that really disappointed you? Because there's nothing worse than a great movie getting a horrible Steelbook. I don't know if I have an answer for that off the top of my head. That's one I'd have to think about. Yeah, sorry, that's a lazy answer, but that's what I got. Let's see. You grew up watching It Man. Oh my God, that Steelbook looks beautiful. And this is how I rank them. I haven't seen the franchise. It might look better. I don't know what the back looks like. I don't know what the inside looks like. I'm just going off of the promotional advertisement that I see. It's just mid for me. Do you have the Dune DVD Steelbook? I do. I have the Dune DVD Steelbook, and I have the Dune Arrow Video 4K Steelbook from 1984. The 1984 version. You're probably going to get that Rise of the Beast Steelbook. Very good. I want that Rise of the Beast Steelbook. Looks good. A lot of people like that one. Very good. Glad to see. You can see the whole Steelbook if you look it up online. Joshy. You can, huh? I will go through all the comments and then I will do that because I've only seen the front. Do I have Air Force One Steelbook? Because that is a thing of beauty. What a great example of giving a movie awesome original artwork in a Steelbook release. Yes, I do have that one. Sony sent that to me when it came out. And yes, original artwork for the win all the time. Love that with my Steelbook releases. Cannot agree with you more. Do I have any Jackie Chan movies in my collection, Sir Jake? I do. Shout Factory sent me the Jackie Chan collection, volume 1 and 2. And then I have the Police Story trilogy. I have Rush Hour. I got a bunch. If you open up Rise of the Beast Steelbook, it's got a picture of the Beast and the Autobots. Okay, very good. Do the Beasts have a name in Transformers? I feel like they do, and I'm just forgetting. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not. How many movies do I have? You've been collecting a year and I have 150. I've been collecting since 2008. And I just did a podcast, or not a podcast, a YouTube video with Bob's Blu-rays over on his channel. I got inducted into his physical media collecting Hall of Fame. I counted all of my Steelbooks and my movies and all that jazz. Just 4K and Blu-ray, I have over 2,000. Just Steelbooks alone, I have over 1,000. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think so. I really like the Friday the 13th Steelbook with the slipcover. I agree. You have the Friday the 13th Blu-ray Steelbook, and you're kind of regretting it because, like the day after I ordered it, the 4K got released. That's tough. The Blu-ray Steelbook I picked up months ago, maybe even a year ago now. You like that Steelbook? The Mist Steelbook looks awesome. Agreed. You really hope we get a solid 40th anniversary Steelbook for the Terminator and a good 30th anniversary Steelbook for Forrest Gump and the Shawshank Redemption. Are those... Shawshank come out in 93. Forrest Gump come out in 93. My Terminator was 84, though. Or 82? I'm really bad with movie release dates. So if they're coming out this year, they're running out of time because on the calendar, I don't see them anywhere. I mean, they could pop up last minute, but if those movies came out this year, definitely running out of time. You completely agree with the Friday the 13th thing. Would you buy the same movie, same format if it had different artwork on the releases of the Steelbook? Yes. For movies that I love, I own 8 Steelbook copies of The Thing. I own 7 Steelbook copies for Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yeah, movies that I like, I will pick up a bunch of different Steelbooks for, just because I like the movie so much. I like artwork with that movie. I think Steelbooks show artwork off amazingly. So yeah, I'm all in. I triple dip, quadruple dip, all the dips. You're not a horror movie fan, but you always say the 3 horror movies you want are The Shining, Halloween, and Scream. You've never seen Saw or Friday Nightmare on Elm Street because those creep me out. Personally, my favorite slasher villain is Freddy Krueger. I've always loved him. I think the first 5 Nightmare on Elm Street movies are the strongest like slasher franchise that I've seen. The story was phenomenal in all of those. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Shining, Halloween, or Scream either. Shawshank Redemption is a masterpiece, absolutely. Terminator was 84. So you're probably talking about these movies coming out next year. I mean, I would think so. Terminator, I love. Probably one of my top 30 movies of all time, 25 maybe. If they do come out with a 40th anniversary, I will pick it up. I don't know who has the rights. I know Lionsgate has the rights to Terminator 2 because they came out with an amazing steelbook for that. And yeah, Forrest Gump and Shawshank Redemption. I would personally think those are no-brainers to get 4K steelbooks, but we shall see. All 3 of these movies I mentioned were from... Yeah, okay. Very good. I just answered your question without looking at it. Have I got Stranger Things Season 1 and 2 VHS 4K releases? I do. I do have those. Let's go back to sharing the screen here. Do this one and this one. Let's go back in here. I was going to say, or I did say that I would look at Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Did I not? So let's look up Transformers Rise of the Beasts 4K Steelbook. Steelbook. There we go. Okay, let's look at images. Let's see if we can see everything here. Okay, so there's the inside. There's the back. Okay. The back, just like it is on the front. Wished it had a little bit more originality than just putting the gorilla version of Optimus Prime on the back, personally. But I'm also not the biggest Transformers fan. I do like, if that is the inside of the Steelbook, I do like that, even though it looks like it's kind of cutting off part of Optimus Prime's face, which I'm not the biggest fan of. For me personally, I still think it's going to stay right in the middle over here. It's a good release for me, and that's perfectly fine. But now let's go to the next release, which number one, I'm very happy that we can find Scream Factory movies at Best Buy. It's amazing. Number 2, I'm going to have the artist of this Steelbook, Mexifunk, on my next episode of my podcast, Boutique Talk. I'm going to pick his brain on every single boutique release he's done. And he's made a ton of awesome releases. So if you want to join me on Wednesday, I will be talking with the man for an hour and a half, just kind of talking about his process and a lot of the releases he's done. His latest release coming out on the 10th, Pumpkinhead. I've never seen Pumpkinhead. I have the Blu-ray Shout Factory Steelbook for Pumpkinhead. I like that artwork. I like this artwork too. I just haven't seen the movie, so I'm not sure if I need to own it twice. There's also different artwork on this one. I know there is. So let's look that one up. 4K Steelbook. Because I know on Mexifunk's site, yeah, here's a picture. Here's a better picture. Here's a better picture of the front and back. I like when Steelbooks sometimes open up and give you a bigger picture of the artwork. I really do like that. I don't know. I would assume that the inside might have like a quote or something. That's what they normally have. There's the one that I have. There's the Blu-ray version. I like them both. I need to watch Pumpkinhead already. That would help me with my purchasing decision. But just going off this artwork, I think personally it's pretty strong. I'm going with the very good because it's honestly, you can't really go wrong with Mexifunk artwork for me. I've loved every single release he's done. And not just because I'm having him on the podcast. I've liked him for years now. And it's surreal that I'm going to be able to talk with him. It's going to be fun. Next one up, we have right here, we have Godzilla. This is a Best Buy exclusive as well, if I remember correctly. 4K. This guy right here. Yep. Oh, this one says it's coming out 24th. Oh God. Okay, we're jumping chronologically here. Godzilla. Weird how the spine looks so beefy on this. That can't be the case, but that's how it looks. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, but if you like Roland Emmerich's Godzilla, that's what you have on the Steelbook. And this is a pretty iconic shot from the movie too. I wonder if there's anything on here. Let's see here. Let's do 4K. Let's see if there's any more images online of this sucker. Nope, that Godzilla. I don't see any more images of Godzilla on here, which is a bit of a bummer. I wonder what the rest of the Steelbook looks like. There's another 4K of the same Godzilla. It's another Steelbook. Let's see what this one costs as opposed to what the new one costs. It looks like, does it say? This one's $24.99. And the new one is $29.99. But this one comes with a 4K and Blu-ray. That other one just came with a 4K, I do believe. So there's something. I like this artwork better than the footprint. I will say that. Again, I not seeing everything from the Steelbook. I think this is a good. It's not a very good for me because I don't think the movie's very good. But as a Steelbook, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, before I go on to the trifecta of amazingness that Walmart has coming up here, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and go over a couple of the comments on here. Let's see here. Jesus, you guys are commenting like crazy. That's awesome. Right here. The Miss Steelbook looks awesome. I agree. Okay, Terminator's 84. Right here. The infinite character. Moon Knight Steelbook, fingers crossed on Wave 2. If you remember, I commented on one of your Instagram reels, and he's my comfort character, plus Oscar Isaac is hot in my opinion. Yeah, Moon Knight was great. I'm assuming if Loki and WandaVision sell well, they will release more of the waves, or maybe they're in the works now and they're just kind of releasing them months. They're just separating them like in months. They haven't released anything for the rest of the year. That would be my assumption, though. I'm assuming those will sell pretty well. Yes, Moon Knight's my favorite Marvel show. Oscar Isaac's a pretty known actor, too. I could see them getting that. You might pick up the Godzilla Steelbook for nostalgia. Very good. Same. You're picking it up because it's one of your favorite movies. That's good. Any cool Steelbooks? Yeah, I got a lot. I'm showing a lot here, too. Let's go back and share the screen again. Right here. Man, there's so many clicks on this new browser. Doo-doo-boo. Let's go. I love that Walmart is getting back into the Steelbook game, and I love for October, they're bringing 3 movies with them. What's going on here? Okay, let's go back here. Let's do the first one, which is another Scream Factory release. Winnie the Pooh, Blood, and Honey Steelbook. There it is. I don't think it's a 4K Steelbook. Here we go. And it should pop up with Walmart. Winnie the Pooh, Blood, and Honey. If I'm being honest with you, I've heard nothing but terrible things about this movie. Like bad, not good. But what is good? That 1996 price point, baby. And I think the artwork on this is pretty dang amazing. I love the bees flying in the background. Winnie the Pooh, of course, is a very known IP, and it's weird to see him in a horror movie. Even though I've heard nothing but terrible things about this movie, that $20 price point, it being a Scream Factory release, and I know the quality of their releases, I'm excited about this one. I really am. Here's the inside of it. I like Walmart's website, how it like zooms in when you point on it. You don't have to click on anything. You just point and zoom. It's very nice. That is a very crazy image. I don't know. I feel like this is a movie that you need to see for yourself, and I have not seen this movie yet, and this home release is really making me want to see it. So for the first Walmart Steelbook release coming out on the 10th, I do believe. Let's double check that. On the 10th, yes. I'm doing Winnie the Pooh very good. I think the artwork looks great. It's giving a movie that shouldn't have this much like press behind it, more attention. This much attention to it, I should say. I've heard nothing but bad things, but I do want to see this movie. But I would never buy it unless I see a steelbook like this, and it really makes me want to buy it. And that $20, $20 price point for a steelbook is like the perfect amount you can spend for a blind buy for me. If you get above that, the $25 mark, I start thinking secondly about it. For $20, that's like the max. I'm like, okay, let's just get this. Whatever, it's $20. The next one that Walmart has is a 4K I'm very excited about. Terrifier 2 4K Steelbook. Because as you can see here, they already released Terrifier 2 last December, I want to say. It was either December or January. They came out with the Blu-ray Steelbook. I have this Blu-ray Steelbook. I love this Blu-ray Steelbook. This movie is very good. Art the Clown, I feel like, is the best horror movie slasher icon to come in the past 20 years. He brings so much originality to his kills. And again, different. Okay, that picture's fuzzy. This picture is a lot cleaner. This Steelbook, man, the artwork on here is phenomenal. I love how it has Art the Clown on the spine. It comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. I don't know, these images are just so captivating to me. You go on the inside, that's what we have over here for the inside. Creepy girl, which she's creepy. She didn't do too much for me in the movie. So there's that. We got the main lead character here. The price is $28.03, which is very weird. I'm assuming it'll be like $29.99 in stores. I don't know off the top of my head. That's just an assumption. Even though I own this movie on Blu-ray, I'm tempted to pick up a second copy just to have this movie in 4K, and because the Steelbook looks that great. If I didn't own the Blu-ray, I would no doubt pick this one up. And I personally, I don't know what the back looks like on this Steelbook, but personally, I think this is another very good. Very good, borderline amazing. Like I would say Scream 3, Pumpkinhead, Winnie the Pooh, Terrifier 2 on the right day could go up to amazing. But let's go with the third horror movie Steelbook release that is coming from Walmart on the 10th, and that is Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Let's just click here. It should pop up with the Steelbook, I would think. The third option. Here we go. Again, this one's just a Blu-ray, so for being 20, weird price point again, $23.84. I don't understand that at all, but here, and this is a good example of showing every square inch of the movie. I like this quite a bit. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. But this is, again, another example of a movie that I've heard not great things about. But the Steelbook, oh my God. This is making this movie look like it's phenomenal. Does it not? I really like the green going into black on the spine to match the front cover. And on the back, we got a blue version of Mr. Jeepers Creepers himself. I think that artwork is stunning. The back, the inside, again, it's just an image from the film. I'll take it. I'm never going to be angry if you just put an image from the film on the inside. And there's just a kind of a 3D pop-up. The price, again, if this was the price that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is, I know it's just like less than $4 difference. But for me, I see a nice round number like 1996. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. This is when I start thinking like, I don't know about this. But again, I think this release, again, a borderline amazing, but I'm going very good. We got a lot of very good releases coming out this month. But yeah, that's what I think of these three horror movies from Walmart. Let's see if you all have any thoughts in the comments. And it looks like you do. Okay. You have a Goosebumps Steelbook. You hope Disney does a Goosebumps Steelbook. Yeah, that would be nice. For the new show. I hope the new show's good first. It's got Justin Long. It can't be bad, right? That white and yellow would look good on a steel. You just want to say you're 21. You believe when I say it's never too late to watch the many classics of the cinematic golden era. Agreed. Did I see the Point Break Steelbook? Yeah, I'll show that. I'll show that one at the very end because I saw that today. My jaw dropped. It came out of nowhere. I love Point Break. I'll show it. I'll go through the comments. I'll show Point Break, and then I'll go to the next Steelbook. How about that? You have the 4K Steelbook for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Who did that? I don't know who put that one out. Hot take, you don't like the Top Gun Maverick or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Top Gun Maverick, both of those movies are great in my opinion. When I first watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was a kid, psyched yourself up to watch the most horrific thing ever made and was let down. Yeah, I think the older you get, the better Texas Chainsaw gets as well. Now it's one of your favorites. Fair enough. You're 13. What are you doing watching that stuff anyway, man? Yeah, definitely watch it again. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's take these off. Let's look at the Point Break Steelbook because, oh my God. I think this sucker looks great. Number one, it's coming out in 4K, which is amazing. That would have been that would have been good enough news for me. But then you see what this Steelbook looks like, and oh my God. Oh my God. This artwork looks amazing. I didn't even notice the quotes in the sky in the background. Another nice touch here. This artwork's stunning. So good. I love it. This comes out the first week of December. Cannot wait. If you've never seen Point Break, it's dumb. It's fun. It's pure 90s. There's one of the best action chases I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, I didn't I didn't share the screen. Sorry. Let's try that again. Let's go to StreamYard. Let's preset, share screen. Let's go. This one. Let's do that again. Point Break. Here it is. I did not notice the text in the sky. Very cool. We got Mr. Patrick Swayze himself blowing up a car full of money. We got the surfers in the words of Point Break. I didn't notice that either. Oh my God. Whoever did this artwork knocked it out of the freaking park. I love that so much. That is a good. But that's not coming out in October. That's coming out in December. So let's talk about that later. Let's go to, I can't remember. Yes, this movie will be the last one. Nope, the second to last one. That comes out on the 10th. Let's talk about Megan. Let's talk about Megan. Megan 4K Steelbook. I thought the movie was just okay. It's fine. People freaked out about this movie. I think it's fine. But the Steelbook here, if you like the movie, I don't know of a better Steelbook design that I would come up with. This just kind of looks like a box that Megan would come in. You open up the inside. I love a good concept Steelbook, folks. So if your movie's about a killer toy and the packaging is the packaging of what the toy would come in, I'm a sucker for this stuff. The 4K comes with the original poster artwork on the disc. Always nice. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, honestly, I think this packaging looks amazing. I'm going to say it. I could flip-flop on these. I could flip-flop on that one, but just because there aren't enough concept Steelbooks out there, I'm going to put it at amazing because I want more in my life. I have two of my favorite Steelbooks I have in my collection are Jumanji. Can I show off Jumanji? Yes, I can show off Jumanji. Okay, so let's stop sharing. Is Jumanji. It looks like the board game. You open it up. It looks like the inside of the board game. I love it. And the other one that immediately pops to my head is, come on, get in there. Get in there. Is the Blu-ray Steelbook right here for Hocus Pocus. And I can show you this one because I don't have it protected yet. It looks like the book from the movie, which is absolutely amazing. It's got some nice silver pops on the corners and edges and everything. And on the inside, you have words from the book, which is also amazing. You got your disc. Disney always knocks it out of the park with their disc artwork. Something that a lot of studios don't think about is the artwork that goes on the disc. It doesn't cost that much extra, I wouldn't think. So I don't know. Again, I don't know costs or anything. I would not think that putting a picture on your disc would add that much to the cost. And it adds so much to the Steelbook, in my opinion. Let's see here. The December releases are crazy. You're gonna be living in the streets with what Arrow's putting out. You definitely got a budget. If you're collecting, you got a budget. Goodbye, everyone. Yep. See some of you during Boutique Talk. Awesome. Glad to hear it. And you got to get that. I'm assuming either Jumanji or Hocus Pocus. But let's go back and talk about the October releases here, right here, and go to this behemoth of a set. Again, these movies I'm not the biggest fan of, if I'm being honest. But when I saw this set, my jaw dropped because it looks amazing. We have the Halloween trilogy box set. I want to say that this is in a metal case. It kind of looks like, if you can look closely here, it's rounded. Normally, when these box sets come out and they're made of paper, it's not rounded. It's kind of like squared off. This one's rounded, and the metal ones that I have are all rounded like that. I love Michael Myers right here. Love the imagery in here. I love the artwork style on here too. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, which I really like. This shows it is only going to release what? I can't tell if it's a 5 or an 8, that first number. Either 5,000 or 8,000 of these. I love that. I love how each one of the Steelbooks makes up one picture. Another release that did this is Back to the Future. It had the DeLorean, but each movie had the 1/3 of the DeLorean with a different time period. Like one was the DeLorean from the first movie, 85. One was from the 2015 Back to the Future Part 2, and the other one was from 1885. I just loved it. And I love how this just equals the face-off that has been happening for 40 years. Michael Myers versus Laurie Strode. Got the house in the middle. I don't know what the backs look like. I don't know what the other... Oh, there's the other side of this. I don't know what the insides look like. I don't care too much on this one. I know that I want this in my life. Even though the first Halloween is by far the best of this trilogy, this box set, mwah. When metal box sets like this come out, you pay attention. And this set, $78, not out of the realm. For a nice set like this, less than $80 is pretty good. For me, it's pretty good. And we also know that there's a limited amount of them. These certificates, I don't know why more companies don't do it. Number your releases. Number one, it makes the collector want like the lowest number possible, the lowest run number. I don't know why that's the case, but that's how a lot of collectors are like, I got number 12 out of this 1,000 set. Whatever, but it's still something cool that can stand out. I don't know why more companies don't do that. And number two, it shows that there's only X amount of releases coming out. I don't know why more companies don't do that. I could talk about that forever. But yeah, next up, I want to say are ones that come out on the 17th. That's correct. And we have a couple of these this month. The first to pop up is Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle has 2 Steelbooks coming out from 2 different stores, which is very cool. Because it gives the collector options. If you want 4K, you go to Best Buy. Here's what the Steelbook looks like at Best Buy. You got the front, you got the back, the same picture, but just with his mask on and off. The inside looks pretty cool. And the discs, we have the logo, the scarab or whatever. I haven't seen Blue Beetle. I don't know too much about it. But coming out that same day, not Best Buy, coming out the same day, we have Blue Beetle. Come on, we have Blue Beetle coming out on Blu-ray, a Walmart exclusive Blu-ray. And here is what this, or I didn't have to click on it, right? This zooms in on your, yeah, look at that. Look at that zoom. We got the logo on the front. We got Blue Beetle busting out of the back. I think I like the Blu-ray Steelbook a little bit better than the 4K. I like the image on the inside a lot better. I will say that. Same imagery on the discs here. Yeah, I think I like the Blu-ray Steelbook better, even though I want the movie in 4K. Like that's been my predicament with a lot of these, is that I like the Steelbook that Walmart has more, but I want the version on 4K. So what do? It gives the it either gives the collector FOMO, so they buy both, or it gives them choice to pick whatever format they want or whatever Steelbook they want. I don't know. Or it just, if you like the movie, you double dip on both, which can get pricey. But if you like the movie, again, it's kind of worth it in my opinion. But for me, I think this might be the first time I do this. I think the 4K Steelbook from Best Buy is just good. But the Blu-ray Steelbook, I do like quite a bit. So I'm going very good. That might change once we're at the very end. At the very end, I will put all of these in order from what I am most hyped for up until like what I just don't care about. But that's what I'm feeling right now. We'll see what happens later on. Next one up, again, on the 17th, we have Haunted Mansion. Again, a movie I have not seen. A movie I have not heard a lot of good things about. But that looks pretty nice. The inside, oof. The inside just, I don't think it's a shot from the film. That looks like production, marketing. It looks like they're not even in the same room. It looks like Photoshop. They're just all put into one picture, even though they are nowhere near each other. The back cover looks a little bland, but again, Disney and their disc artwork. I think the front cover is striking enough to make this not bad. The inside and back are really fighting that fight to make it go into not good. But I think with the disc artwork and the front cover alone, I'm going to put Haunted Mansion at good. But probably at the very end of good, if I'm being honest. Before I go on to any more, I will go back to the comments here. Let's go right here. Whoa, random question. Do I have The Crow starring Brandon Lee? I do have that. I just bought the VHS of that, but I didn't have any other copies of that movie until a couple days ago. You don't know if you're a fan of the oil paint filter. I don't know what release you're talking about. Sorry. When you guys do comment on here, if you want to talk about the movie that you're talking about, I can give you my comments on them. Hey, how's it going, Movie Hunter? And it would be nice if the mask was a slip. It would. With these Disney Steelbooks that are coming out for Marvel TV shows and Prey for Hulu, I do wish that they had slipcovers on them. I'm giving Disney the benefit of the doubt, and I'm hoping that the longer they make Steelbooks, the more they will kind of evolve their Steelbook releases. So maybe with more Disney Plus shows coming out, middle of the year next year, this time next year, they will have slipcovers on them. I don't know if that'll be the case or not, but yeah. Halloween was the oil paint one you were talking about. I like the artwork personally, so I guess that's a personal thing. But let's go to back to the tier list, and one of my most anticipated movies of the month is next. I am so excited. This got a 4K release. If you have not seen the old 70s version of The Wicker Man, you have no excuse not to now. It's coming out on 4K, on Blu-ray, in a gorgeous looking steelbook from Lionsgate. Look at that sucker. Mwah. Does this thing pop on every inch? This is definitely going to be my top 5 releases of the year. If the inside and disc artwork look phenomenal, which Lionsgate always knocks that stuff out of the park. I watched The Wicker Man for the first time last year. Absolutely loved it. I have the Imprint Films box set, which is Blu-ray, and it has 3 different cuts of the film. But I'm still excited to get this. I'm still excited to have a 4th copy of this movie in my collection because I don't own it on 4K, and I think the sucker is going to look great on 4K. So if you have not guessed it by now, this release is amazing to me. And as you can see, both Lionsgate releases that are coming out this month are amazing. That's usually what happens. Lionsgate knows how to make a steelbook. The team over there just does a hell of a job. I don't know what else to say. I can sing their praises until I don't even have a voice anymore, which is coming close right now. Whenever I talk on these live stream interview things, and it's just me, I feel like my voice goes very quickly. So I'm going to take a drink, and I will talk about the next 2 steelbooks, which are going to be coming out from Walmart. What I like about this is that they're releasing a couple of DC movies, which is great. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Couldn't remember if Zack was spelled with an H or a K. But here it is. I like how they're coming out with new steelbooks for these movies, because these movies already have steelbooks. I like how Walmart is changing it up a little bit. Here's the front cover for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think, again, and I know that I gave Haunted Mansion crap for looking Photoshop. This looks Photoshop too, but for some reason this Photoshop job does not hurt my feelings as much as that Haunted Mansion one. I could not tell you why either, but it doesn't. So there's the J card. It doesn't give the back or the inside or anything, but I do like the steelbook, and I like how they could have just easily put out the same steelbook and just kind of wipe their hands with it. They didn't. They did something different. I think I'm going with a good. Yeah, I'm going to go with a good. I'm going to go with a good on Justice League, but I'm going to give Walmart a nice pat on the back there, because I do like what they're doing here. And it makes a lot of sense to also do the same thing for Aquaman, because the sequel is coming out. Here is the steelbook for Aquaman. Again, got some Photoshop stuff, but it doesn't. I don't know if it's just a comic book movie thing, and the Photoshopping doesn't bother me too much on these. I think that steelbook looks sharp. I already have a 4K steelbook of Aquaman. It's on the top shelf. Otherwise, I would get it. But it's literally just like his hand coming out with the trident in his hand. I kind of like seeing Momoa in the costume a little bit more than that. Yeah, I wish I could see more of the steelbook. I don't know if there are any more. I guess we could look. I bet it doesn't pop up, but I'll look. Aquaman 4K steelbook, and then I can show you the one that I already have. This is the one I already have. I think this one looks good. They also have a 4K. I hate this line. I do not like the cartoon looking line of this. But yeah, I don't see a back to the new one, which is kind of a problem. I wish they would. I already told you my pet peeves on that. I don't see it. Just because I don't have a lot of information, I'm going to go good on this one as well. But this one could go to very good depending on what everything else looks like. Okay. And then these also say Walmart exclusives. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. This one is very cool because this steelbook I think looks amazing. We're getting double Godzilla love here. Godzilla vs. Kong is the movie. I personally like this movie quite a bit. Maybe if I put in 4K or steelbook, let's put in steelbook. Godzilla vs. Kong, steelbook. There it is. Look at that image, folks. My God. Ba-bam! Shooting right into Kong, mouth to mouth. Got a helicopter just to show scale of how big these suckers are. I like that image. I like that image quite a bit. I think that's sharp. I think that looks nice. And I think that is a step above what they did with the 2 DC movies. I really do. I think this is an easy example of putting Godzilla vs. Kong in the very good section. And then I think there's 2 more releases. One of them is Blu-ray, one of them is 4K. Yeah, let's do Smokey and the Bandit. What? I mean, this kind of incorporates what Walmart customers are like. I feel like every Walmart customer loves Smokey and the Bandit. So they're kind of going to their strengths, I guess. I love Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit is a good time. I live in Iowa. I've seen this movie. My dad was a truck driver. So I've seen this movie quite a bit. And it's good. I like the Steelbook quite a lot too. It's got original artwork on the disc. Nice to see. Or poster artwork, kind of. The big belt buckle, Burt Reynolds. It shows the inside without the discs, which is nice. I think this is a very strong release personally, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I don't know if it's because they are not big fans of the movie or if they want to wait for price to go down. For me, I like this Steelbook. I'm putting Smokey and the Bandit at very good. Let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. But then the last one we have is another Jurassic Park Steelbook. There have been so many of these, but again, we've talked about it before. If you love the movie, you want to own like as much versions of the movie as possible just for the different artwork. The inside image is very strong with this one. The outside, raw. I don't know. It's basic. Some people like this simplistic imagery on these. I'm indifferent. I will say that. This one's okay, but I also Jurassic Park's fine. I'm not the biggest. This movie gets a lot of love, and I don't share as much love as a lot of people do. A lot of people think this movie's perfect. On my rating scale, I give it a 4 out of 5. It's very good. It's a very good movie. I'm not the biggest lover of this movie that is out there. So for me personally, I think this Steelbook is just a good. I think it doesn't hurt the senses at all when you look at it, but it's not going above and beyond either. Let's see here. I've shown a lot. Do we have any more comments before I go on? Let's see here. You live in the UK. You got a really nice release over there of Halloween, I'm assuming. Very cool. The Wicker Man looks freaking aesthetic. Yes. Yeah. Wicker Man I only pre-ordered 2 Steelbooks for this month. One of them was Wicker Man. One of them was Prey. In my opinion, Watchmen is an underrated Snyder flick. It's good. That Godzilla vs. Kong art is what the UK originally got. Very cool. Thank you for the info, Movie Hunter. And honestly, I don't know why other companies don't do this. I don't know why they don't have the releases that the UK got Steelbook-wise and put them over on the States. I don't know why they don't like cross as much as they do. I can only think of a few examples where that's actually happened. And it makes a lot of sense for it to happen. Just wait a couple years and release the exact same Steelbook the UK got in the US. Boom, boom. Easy frickin' peasy. Same with Jurassic Park. Okay, well, there you go. The more you know. Okay, I think we're going on to a new week here, if I remember correctly. This is going to be the week of the 24th. I want to say week of the 24th. Oh, no, we got 2 more. We got 2 more here on the 17th. The 17th is loaded, folks. This one is a Best Buy exclusive. We have the 80s remake of The Blob, a Scream Factory Steelbook. You know how I love those. And yeah, I think this is another strong image from Scream Factory. I don't love it as much as Pumpkinhead, and I don't love it as much as Winnie the Pooh, believe it or not. And I haven't seen the movie. I own this on Blu-ray, but this movie has never come out with a Steelbook release before, so I'm very tempted to pick it up. And this is a 4K. I wonder if there's any more images out there. Let's look. The Blob 4K book. I would assume that Scream Factory has more images of this out, at least for the front and back. Ooh, that looks nice. Whatever that is. That's not the release we're looking at. Maybe they don't. I don't see an image for it. That's bizarre. That is bizarre. Okay, so I'm only going off the front of the Blob. And you know what? I think this is enough of a step down from Pumpkinhead and Winnie the Pooh. I think this is just going good. It'll go pretty high in the good column, but I think it's just a good. It's not blowing my socks off. The last Steelbook that's coming out this week is awesome. I will just spoil it now. I can't believe this movie is getting a Steelbook. I love documentaries. RoboCop is pretty strong. Let's release a Steelbook of freaking RoboCop, about the making of RoboCop. RoboDoc, the creation of RoboCop, a Screambox original series. So is this not a movie? How long is this sucker? Does it say? Popular role to zoom in. Here we go. 240 minutes. Man, this is a long one. This might be like a couple episodes. This might be a Netflix 3-part documentary or something. Takes an in-depth look into the groundbreaking franchise and features new interviews from cast and crew. Very cool. I am all into this. I love documentaries. They came out with a documentary last month on Robert Englund, the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. I bought that because I couldn't believe there was a Steelbook for that. Kind of can't believe there's a Steelbook for this, but I love that there is. For me, this is a pretty easy amazing. I'm in shock that this movie is getting a Steelbook release, and I'm so happy that it is. Okay, I think that was all of them. Yes. Now we have just a few on the 24th. We have a few sprinklings on the 24th and a few sprinklings on the 31st. Let's go with the double duty Megs here. Let's do the Best Buy 4K exclusive of the Meg Deuce. There it is. Why is it the third option when you type in the Meg 2 Steelbook? That's bizarre. But here's the Meg 2 Steelbook. Kind of reminiscent of the Jaws 2 Steelbook that we had earlier, except with it's a bigger shark, so it's swallowing up a plane instead of a girl water skiing. But I think the imagery on here is pretty strong, and I love the inside artwork. If I'm being honest, that is very reminiscent of Jaws. I like this one. I wish that there was artwork on the discs. It's not a deal breaker. It might have pushed this release for me to be amazing, but for right now, the 4K is very good. I think the 4K is very good. But Walmart is getting a Blu-ray Steelbook of the Meg 2. Excuse me. Here's the Steelbook right here. Whoa. Okay, here we go. We have another very cool image on the front. On the back, we just have a sign being eaten, a little weaker, but I like that imagery. And here we have the Meg eating a jet ski. I'm not mad at this one either. I think I like the 4K at Best Buy a little bit more, but I'm not mad at this one either. I think this is an easy, very good as well. I really do. And we have so many very goods that it's broken down into 2 columns. That's great. I don't think I've ever done that on one of these before, ever. But let's keep on the Walmart track and put out a Steelbook that I cannot believe is getting a Steelbook. And that is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Are you kidding me? Number one, shout out to Mill Creek. Mill Creek is coming out with this release. They've been coming out with amazing Steelbooks. Their Steelbook for Street Fighter, their Steelbook for the Thing sequel are amazing. And this one is no different. This one looks amazing. There's no slipcover like there is for the Thing. But I love this. I love the movie. If you've never seen this movie, again, it's hitting my blind buy price point of $20. This is quintessential blind buy material, folks. If you know nothing about this movie, I highly recommend you get it. For me, this is an amazing release, and I'm still in awe that it's getting a Steelbook. Love it, I love it, I love it. We went through the 24th pretty quickly. Let's stop sharing and go through a couple of comments here. You gotta go. Stay being awesome. Sending love from the Philippines. Whoa! Crazy. We had people from the UK, the Philippines. I love it. Thank you for coming to watch me talk about Steelbooks. That's crazy. You're talking about the Wicker Man set. That one is, yeah. I don't think it's going to sell out. The Lionsgate ones really don't sell out. or if they do, they have second pressing, so I wouldn't be afraid. I think the link's too long. Can probably find it. Okay. You ordered RoboDoc the day Walmart dropped it, even if they didn't have an image yet, and I bet you were very happy to see what the image was, Movie Hunter. Yeah. That release shocked me. Walk Hard shocked me. I don't know. There are a lot of awesome releases coming out this month. So let's end with a bang on the 31st. Let's do this one. This one's releasing wide. It's not a site exclusive anywhere, I don't believe. This is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I want to go somewhere else to look at this because it only shows the front cover, and I know that there is more to show off here. Come on. There we go. Let's look at the front, back, and everything on this sucker. Yeah, here we go. There's a better picture. We have the front cover, which is probably from the best scene of the movie, the train sequence. And the inside also shows that same train sequence. Trying not to spoil anything here, but if you've ever played Uncharted 2, the intro and the last scene of this movie, very similar. And then you also have the motorcycle from that scene as well. It does kind of suck that Mission Impossible 1 through 6 got re-released in 4K, and that number 7 that is only coming out a couple months later did not keep the same style here. 1 through 6 came out in this style. I can make this one bigger. I at least wish that they would have came out with 2 Steelbooks, one to complete this like completionist set, and then if you want to come out with the red one as well, you could have. This would have been a prime example for a Best Buy Walmart dual exclusivity, just to kind of pick and choose. They didn't do that, unfortunately. I didn't buy any of these, so I'm not offended, but I know a lot of people who did that are really burned by the fact that it's not matching. The simplicity is fine for me sometimes. Both Mission Impossible, I'm not going to lie, I wanted a little bit more from this release. I think it's a good. I don't think it's a not good. I think it is a good, but that's where I stand right now. I want to say this next one is a Best Buy exclusive. Schindler's List. Thank God. I don't know how to spell Schindler. Schindler's List 4K. This is the new 4K Steelbook coming out at the end of the month. I've never seen Schindler's List. If you've watched the channel before, you know this is like one movie I am ashamed that I have not seen. But they've already made a 4K Steelbook of this. I already own the 4K Steelbook of this. And the front cover of that Steelbook is pretty much the back cover of this Steelbook. The front cover of that Steelbook's a little bit more zoomed out, so this little girl isn't as prominent. She's is just backed up a little bit. The front cover is nice in here. The inside is nice in here. All 3 discs have different artwork, which is amazing. Never going to hate that. I don't think my release had a bonus disc, so that's kind of cool. That's adding new bonus features, gives you a reason to buy it. I don't see anything in this release that I hate. I'm going to put Schindler's List in the very good section again. It's not amazing material to me, but it's better than good. I'm going to save this one till last, so I'm going to go with the dual Gran Turismos. Gran Turismo Steelbook. Let's do the Best Buy 4K first. It's right here. You like racing? You like cars? You like PlayStation? That's what you have here. You don't have any of the actors. You just have the racing. $37.99 personally to me is crazy for this movie. I don't know what the back looks like. I don't know what the inside looks like. I want more from this Steelbook, if I'm being honest. I think this is just okay. I don't like the color of this one either too much. I could lean either way, but just because good is too full, I'm going to go not good on this. And I can already tell this is going to be like the highest not good that I have. So it doesn't hurt my feelings that much, but I do want more. Let's see if the Walmart one is any better. Gran Turismo movie 4K. I do like the blue a little bit better, and I do think that this shot is a lot better than the last shot that they used for the Steelbook. But again, there's just images from the movie. This is the only shot we get from the Steelbook. I think that looks pretty clean. This is going to be another example to where I think Walmart did it better, and you don't get the 4K disc, but the Steelbook looks better here. I'm going good with this one. I'm going not good with the 4K, which sucks. But let's end with another Steelbook set. There's 2 Steelbook sets coming out this month. How crazy is that? Jurassic World, the Ultimate Collection. Why not call it Jurassic Park, the Ultimate Collection? That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but this set looks great. It's another metal tinned case. There was already a Steelbook set that came out for these 6 movies. I like the artwork they used on this set a lot better than what they did for the last set. I like how they used like a certain dinosaur from the movie in these. Again, I like the certificate of authenticity down here. I can't see a number off the top of my head. Maybe I'll go into the description and see. I'm not the biggest fan. I've already talked about I'm not the biggest fan of Jurassic Park, and that's by far the best movie of this franchise. So personally, I'm not going to buy this, but I do think this is a very strong set. I do like what I'm seeing. Let's see if in the comments it just specifications. No. Yeah, it doesn't show how many of these there are. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Let's go back to the tier list. For me, this is not as strong as the Halloween set. For me, this is a very good. It's a high very good. It's not amazing, but it's a high very good. Okay, folks. Let's stop sharing. Let's go over a couple more comments, and then I will start like ranking these suckers. We went over all of the Steelbooks. Now I'm finally going to go and rank which ones I like from best to worst. You're probably going to dine and dash. It's late over here. No problem. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Where did I get the protectors from and how much are they? These protectors right here, I got off of Amazon, I do believe. I want to say I got 20 of them for $20. Ecotech is the company that makes them, I want to say. It doesn't even say on here, which is good. But I want to say they're Ecotech. I'm like 80% sure. ECOTEK. Okay. Where's the best place for Asian Steelbooks? Kimchi DVD. There's a lot of different places, but they're all overseas. Kimchi DVD is a good one. A lot of the premium Steelbook sites have a lot of good Asian Steelbooks. But now let's, for the last time, share my screen to go over every single release ranked in October. Let's see here. Out of all of the amazings, actually, let's start at the very bottom. And I think I'm just going to flip-flop these two. I think that Ariel design is atrocious, and Moana's a little bit better. Let's go up to the not good. I want to say Gran Turismo is at the top of not good. And I do think that the Simba release is a little better than Genie, so I like that placement. And I'm gonna leave this row exactly where it is. I was so disappointed with that Evil Dead Rise Steelbook. Good. There's going to be a lot of flip-flopping here. I want to say the best of the good is probably the Blob. The Blob could have been very good, but it's not right now. Personally, I'll put Mission Impossible right before the Blob. I do like this imagery for Godzilla. That's a safe third for me. Then give me Haunted Mansion, just because that front cover is awesome. Let's do the dual, at least Aquaman first. This one over here. Not Ip Man yet, but I'm okay with doing Aquaman, Ip Man, Justice League, and then leaving the rest the way they are. Yeah, because that Jurassic Park one is just okay, whatever. So that's how I will leave the goods. the very goods. There's a lot to flip over here, is there not? I would say the first movie that I'm gonna put in front. It's a toss. Wow, it's a toss up. There's a lot of really strong ones and very good. I'm gonna throw my strongest ones up here first. There are 5 contenders, probably 4. Ooh, and then Jesus, there's so many good ones. 5. I think I like the Meg to 4K better than the Blu-ray, so let's go 6. There's 6 that could be in that top spot right now. But if I had to rank them, I want to say that the artwork for Terrifier 2 is pretty damn... it's not first, though. Godzilla vs. Kong. I really like that Steelbook. Let's do Winnie the Pooh, Godzilla vs. Kong, Terrifier 2, Scream 3, Jeepers Creepers, the Meg 2. I like that. I like that order. Next, let's go with Pumpkinhead. Next, let's go with the Jurassic World. No, let's do... This is not Loki. This is Prey. Let's do Prey before Pumpkinhead, or before Jurassic World. Let's do Schindler's List after Jurassic World. And Smokey and the Bandits before Friday the 13th, but leave these the same. God, that slipcover thing. There are so many possibilities that could happen with that. But now let's go up to Amazing. And for me, my most anticipated release of this month is The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man is going to be number 1 for sure. That thing looks amazing. Second place, Dewey Cox. Let's go walk hard. Let's walk all the way hard, man. Flip those around. I'm going with the Halloween set, third. I love me a good beefy box set, and that one is stellar. And let's leave the rest the way they are. The Mist, Megan, RoboDoc. But yeah, here is what we have and how I rank every single October release. And oh my God, there are 37 Steelbooks. 37 Steelbooks. Isn't that nuts? Too crazy, folks. My goodness. But that is everything. I don't know if we have anything else that we need to say. I guess the only things that I want to plug before we end here. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up if you're in here and you liked it. I would always appreciate that. And I have a podcast called Boutique Talk. It films every week. We're filming on Wednesday this week. I'm having the one, the only Mexi Funk. He's done artwork for so many amazing boutique releases. He's done, just to name a few, My Bloody Valentine, Scream Factory, the new Pumpkinhead in 4K. He just announced today was the release for a movie coming out in what was it? This is gonna bug me. It was funny that I can't think of the top of my head. I'm having a brain fart. I've been going on too long. But he's done the Punisher ones for the Punisher and the Punisher Warzone, those Lionsgate Steelbooks. He's done a whole Day of the Dead line. He's done a lot of very cool artwork, and I get to pick his brain for an hour and change. And if you guys want to come along for the ride and ask him a few questions, join live. It would be, I think it's going to be a very interesting time. Only thing to say is I'm broke. Yeah, Movie Hunter is a crazy person. Movie Hunter 2020 collects every single US release Steelbook. Wow. You're spending a lot of money this month, man. Great list. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you're interested in listening to my interview with Mexi Funk, that's this week. The podcast also has me talking with other content creators about their collecting history, a specific label, and a movie review. I've had a blast doing it. That's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that stuff. If you like it and you've listened to it, please rate it. We're growing with every episode, but I don't have a lot of reviews yet. So if you'd want to do that on anywhere you listen to that, it'd be greatly appreciated. But with that, I think that is going to be the end here. 4K King popped in at the end. Very good. Appreciate that, man. But until next time, I'll see you. Good night.